Hello, welcome to the Henstitute, and in this problem we're going to take a look at trig problem number 13. It's actually almost a vector problem. It's kind of really set up kind of like that. So the idea is we have this highway being built between these two towns. They give how far south and west one is from the other. We're trying to find the shortest length of the highway and what angle would the highway be directed with respect to due west. So what we're going to start off with is I just need a town. So I'm going to draw a town here. Call it T-town, right there. And it says one of which lies 35 kilometers south and 72 kilometers west of the other. So the other town, what we have to do is we have to start out here. We're going to go 35 kilometers south. And then from there, we're going to travel 72 kilometers west and end up over here. So here is S-town. So we have our two towns, and these are the placements of them. So when I actually give these particular directions, or actually these displacements, I always want to put them tip to tail. So I want to start one and then kind of finish out the other. So the idea of this problem, what we are trying to find is from here, from T-town to S-town, how far is that? And we want to know a direction. Now they actually say the direction with respect to due west. So what that means is if I were to draw a line starting here at T-town and go straight west from here, and the idea is we're still sticking with our normal up is north, south, west, and east, then they actually want this angle right here. They want that theta. Now, that is not part of my triangle. I've got this blue-red triangle here. So you go, wait a second, how do I find that? But this west line up here, and this information was also west. That means that this angle right here and this angle right here are actually congruent. That's from geometry, alternate interior angles. So what I'm first after is I'm going to find C. That's going to be the hypotenuse of this triangle. So good old C squared is going to equal A squared plus B squared. It doesn't really matter what I label as A and B. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to call this one A, and I'm going to call this one B. And then I just plug those numbers in. So C squared would equal 35 squared plus 72 squared, add them, square root it, and I've got C. That's the first part. That's how far, that's the shortest length of highway. The next part is the angle here. And for this one, we're going to use our trig functions, but specifically, since we're trying to find the angle itself, we're going to be using the inverse trig function. So we're going to use the inverse tangent is the one I like. And that's where you hit your second function and then your tan button. And the reason why I like inverse tangent is I want the opposite side, which is going to be the A, over the adjacent side, which is B. So it's going to be A over B. So this will find the inverse tangent of 35 over 72. Make sure my calculator's in degrees, could chunk that out and it should work. I would also argue that you should give a direction for that. And what that means is that this angle, if this is my west line right here, I'm actually measuring from this west line and I'm trying to measure south of it. So I'm measuring below that west line. So the idea is I start at the west line, I go down to get to my direction. So I would argue that this would actually be south of west. And this has been an edition of the Henstitute on how to solve trig problem number 13. I hope you enjoyed.